Riley.
It's hard to do someone's face. Like when this is a question.
Yeah, that was hard.
I don't mind, but when it's a face, that's rough.
Oh, hi guys.
Hey.
I got a question for you. It's kind of a Disneyland pimp related question, but Sean can chime in if you would like. Thank you. But I live in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah.
And I live pretty close to all the theme parks and everything, and I was wondering if you know anybody that works at Disney or some sort of theme park, if you have any stories of like behind the scenes stuff that people have told you, like weird stuff that workers have done. Sorry.
There was a whole book actually.
It's kind of a weird...
No.
There's a book called Mouse Tales. And it is a book. There's two books actually, and it is just talking about what you're asking, like weird things that have happened at Disneyland as from past or cast members or whatever. They talk about like when the hippies invaded Tom Sawyer Island. They talk about all these weird things that happened.
Oh yeah.
That like you don't really know about anywhere else. It's pretty interesting. Yeah. I did hear. What was that story I heard?
I heard that they had to get rid of Jack Sparrow from Disneyland because women kept trying to have sex with him in the park.
Yes.
Propositioning him and stuff. Is that what? I kind of forgot the question already. That there was.
Do you know anybody who works at the theme park?
Has any weird stories?
Oh, I don't know anybody personally, but I mean, you can find a lot of stories.
I know there's a guy that we know from game days. I don't want to give his name out in case he shouldn't be telling information or something. But he was telling stories like weird things like a lady couldn't find a bathroom. And so she's found an empty room and just shit in that room, and then like had shit all over herself, and it was like a really weird thing.
What's that?
Oh, Garrett's in there.
Oh, he is.
Oh. Anyways, it's like weird stuff like that, but I haven't heard anything like crazy.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that have either worked there in the past or work there currently. And I heard the craziest story from Universal Studios.
Yeah.
I had a friend that worked in the water park or like the water ride area of Islands of Adventure with the Popeye raft ride and the Dudley Do-Right like log flume.
Yeah.
And she said that that there's a big water filter at the bottom of each of the rides that like converges all the water and filters everything out. It's got a big turbine in it, and she says that animals always get into the water.
Oh no!
And they always like have no way of getting out after they get past a certain point. So she finds like little duck feet and stuff like floating through the Dudley Do-Right ride and stuff. It's pretty bad.
Hey, speaking of that, I must have talked about this on the podcast before. I don't know, but man, one day that me and Kevin and Brian went to Disneyland and we were on Mark Twain, there was like a dead duck and dead ducklings floating by the front of the boat, which me and Kevin are like, I don't even want to look.
Yeah.
Don't even call it out.
Yeah.
Kids everywhere.
Right.
Brian goes, look, they're all dead. Oh my gosh. And the mom of some kid next to them went, no, they're not. No, they're not. Which I thought she handled badly because, yes, they were. Just say, you don't need to point that out. But she kept looking at him like, no, they're not, right? Don't let my kids know that they're dead. They need to know what death is, ma'am. They are dead. Gosh. So word this correctly and just say, don't say that. But make no mistake, they're dead. That was my opinion on it.
There's been multiple instances with us at Disneyland where a parent will yell at us because we're going to ruin their child's childhood. I remember I must have been like 17 and I told somebody to S my D. Literally, I said, you can S my D. And this woman turned around, there are children here and they know what that means. And I just thought to myself, if your kid knows what S my D means, that's not my fault. That is your fault.
Yeah. You made it appropriate for them to hear.
Yeah.
It's like when you say BS in front of a kid. You can say that.
My kid knows what bullshit is, okay?
Yeah.
Ugh, dumb.
But anyway, so the duck thing was just a weird situation. But I want to say real quick, in the subject of things going on at the park, I don't know if you guys had heard this, whatever, but there's a very big controversy happening right now. One thing happened last week, and one thing happened yesterday.
Ooh.
They have a problem with the white rabbit. Literally, that is. I mean, I was like, I want to read this headline. What is this all about?
Okay.
And actually, San
racist.
Diego news.
What?
So last week.
This is like a month old too. It's happened a couple times.
What?
Yeah. So you heard about that.
He won't take
Okay. So this happened a while ago, but then another thing happened yesterday. But a while ago, the white rabbit took pictures with a bunch of people, and then an African American family brought up their 4 kids, and he went and brushed them away
No.
and didn't take a picture with them.
No way.
Yeah, and so they have been speaking out like that was really like not cool,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
whatever.
that's messed
And
up.
it's hilarious because it's the white rabbit. They're a black family, and their last name is Black. It was just, man, nothing good aligned here. You know, so anyway, point is, he did that, and it was like, man, what's up with that? That's really weird. Well, yesterday, now I have mixed feelings on this one. Yesterday, they're doing a character thing. The white rabbit is out. There's a cell phone video. You can see it on YouTube, cell phone video of a girl and her friends continually going up to the rabbit's tail and pulling it as hard as they can and walking away, and then another one does, oh, you got it? You film it? Okay. Whatever. They do it a couple times, and then suddenly, it is the scariest footage. That white rabbit turns around and walks as fast as he can and grabs the girl on the shoulder. And you can see he's saying something, and then like pushes her away and walks off. And
Whoa.
Wow.
and what he said was, you tell your stupid friend to stop doing this, and you're never going to do something like this to a character again. Got it? Right? Yeah. And you can't really hear that,
Yeah.
but as they walk away, you can hear the white rabbit from inside a guy go, "Don't pull that shit on me again." You can hear the white rabbit do that.
Hey, it's girl's fault.
Well, okay, so
That guy's fired.
there's been
sure he
drama on like who's who was who acted out really the most and who's the whatever. But yeah, you can't do that. You can't say something like that as a character. He'll probably be fired.
I'm sure he's fired.
You can't, and also he shouldn't have grabbed her either. The whole thing, if you
That's
see
the
it,
reason
is
Disney,
a little
Disney
like
sends their characters out with
You know
security
who
for
should-
specifically that
the
reason.
security should be fired
That's
because
what-
they weren't.
that's what
guarding the
everyone
rabbit.
that's what everyone was wondering is where were they?
Because they always have handlers and
Yeah.
stuff.
But anyway, so that was kind of odd.
just
But what was I going to say? But Disney's statement, they released a statement about it, was so awesome. It was, you showed us a video saying it showed bad behavior on behalf of our staff. All we saw in a video is a bunch of people with malicious intent really antagonizing someone who works very hard at our park.
Awesome.
I mean,
That's
they
That's
tore them down
Good.
and was like, we'll deal with what we need to deal with on our end. But if you think that like you're a victim here, we're afraid you're very mistaken.
They should
Thank
ban
you.
them forever.
It was.
We don't want your business anymore.
Whoever wrote that statement there was like
What
a
a badass.
good writer. Like they were good. Anyway,
Good.
so that's the latest going on with that. So they don't know if like, well, this talk they might sue. Yeah, go ahead, have fun. Anyway.
Yeah, you four dumb girls sue Disney. Good luck.
Sue Disney, because you messed with the thing.
There's
Anyway.
video of you being a dick.
Yeah.
Cool.
So anyway, interesting stuff. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. That
Some-
it sort of reminds me. I think a couple years ago at Disney World, there was a guy in a Tinker costume taking a picture with some lady, and they claimed that he was doing a reach around to her.
Well, they said someone was trying to. He thought someone was going for a zipper,
Oh yeah.
and then so he pushes. I think he pushed
Oh,
someone.
that
right?
too. Yeah.
Tigger.
Yeah. Those costumes, man.
Hey, they'll get you.
Wild.
Anyway,
All right, thanks
Anyway,
for
thanks for your
Yeah, I
call.
guess that's it.
All right.
I guess.
Good night.
Later.
All right.
Later.
All right, I'm gonna take off.